We shift our attention now. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has returned from his five-nation diplomatic tour. Visuals now coming in. He has just landed in Delhi. He covered UAE, Netherlands, Sweden, Norway as well as Italy, focusing heavily on securing India's energy supplies, boosting semiconductor and tech manufacturing and expanding strategic partnerships. The tour has also yielded a massive $100 billion investment commitment from Norway and several critical energy agreements from the UAE. Let's go across to my colleague Mohit Bhatt joining us on the broadcast with the details. Well, Mohit, it has been a successful five-nation tour. Take us through the key highlights as the Prime Minister has just landed after his visit concluded.
Yes, in fact, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has completed its visits of 5 countries, and it was a very successful visit. Prime Minister visited UAE, Netherlands, Switzerland, Norway and Italy, and it was seen as a big diplomatic win for the country. We know for a fact that how the focus of this particular visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi was on energy security, technical cooperation in terms of semiconductor, as you rightly pointed out, and also about the defense sector, that how exactly we need to boost our defense sector when it comes to Make in India, how we want to also export various defense components, and that was also part of the deal. And we know that how various successful deals were signed in this particular visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. From 15th of May, Prime Minister first went to the UAE, and this particular visit to UAE was also very important given the fact that amidst the West Asia crisis, the focus of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to secure India's energy future and also ensure that the impact of the West Asia crisis is minimum when it comes to India and India's energy security. So various deals were being signed when it comes to UAE. In Netherlands also, we know that how the strategic partnership was upgraded, and also the plates of during the Chola dynasty of the 11th century were also being brought back by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Then he went to Sweden, then to Norway, and lastly, he departed from Italy yesterday. And it was a very, very important visit that Prime Minister Narendra Modi undertook amidst the West Asia crisis, and the focus was on strategic partnership, defense sector, also at how exactly the trade was also very, very important part of this particular visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and he has now landed back.
Okay, all right. He's just returned after the five-nation tour, and as Mohit was pointing out, covering UAE, Netherlands, Sweden, Norway and Italy. The Prime Minister began his five-nation tour on the 15th of May. The first stop was the UAE, where the Prime Minister visited, and of course he also visited 5 countries. But this also comes, Mohit, amid a time of a lot of geopolitical uncertainties. So his visits to the nations were also aimed at building strategic partnerships in these important avenues that you mentioned of energy security, technology, artificial intelligence and much more. All right, we'll try and reconnect that line with Mohit, but let's get you the details of what happened in the five-nation tour and why it was an important visit. In the UAE, the Prime Minister's visit focused on addressing the energy security amid the Middle Eastern crisis that we are seeing, with India and UAE signing agreements for LPG supplies. We also have my colleague Amit Kumar on the broadcast with us. Amit, we are looking at the visuals, and of course on one side of the screens we've also put out the highlights of the five-nation tour. But this visit of the Prime Minister came amid a lot of geopolitical tensions and the escalations that we are seeing in the Middle East. Take us through why this was very important to secure the strategic partnership with these nations. Amit?
हेलो, आवाज आ रही है?
जी अमित जी,
आवाज नहीं आ रही है मुझे.
अमित जी, can you hear me?
आपकी आवाज.
Okay, all right. We don't have that line. We'll try and fix this. My sincere apologies for the technical difficulties that we are having. But after the five-nation tour, the Prime Minister has just returned to the country. The focus, of course, was on strategic partnerships in energy security. Now, the reason why this is extremely important is because of the crisis that we are seeing unfold with US as well as Iran. Even now, the negotiations are only going on. We don't know yet whether there will be an end to the crisis or not. So the Prime Minister's visit comes amid such a crisis, with India and UAE also signing agreements with long-term LPG supplies, expanding crude storage arrangements, and much more. Mohit is back with us. So Mohit, we were talking about how this visit of the Prime Minister and the timing is also very important because this comes amid the global challenges.
In fact, it comes at a global challenges, and we know for a fact that how Prime Minister started this particular visit with his visit to UAE, and there were various bilateral agreements that were being signed to secure India's energy future. And yesterday, Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a joint statement with the Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, and basically it was about the strategic partnership. It was about the defense sector, the deals in the defense sector. It was about the industry, and clearly we know for a fact that how this particular visit was important. And as you rightly pointed out, given the West Asia crisis, given the fact that how the prices of fuels have gone up all across the world, the economies are coming down, and there is uncertainty around the world, this visit of Prime Minister was very important when it comes to boosting economic ties with the various countries, and also to ensure that the investment comes in India. So Prime Minister on umpteen occasions have spoken about that how we need to make India Viksit Bharat, a developed nation by 2047, and for that you need to make in India, and you need to ensure that you are a more export-driven economy rather than an import-driven economy. You need to ensure that rupee becomes stronger, and perhaps that is why the deals that have been signed, the energy security, the defense sector, the industrial cooperation, the strategic partnership, that would be very important when it comes to securing future of the country. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi, after this visit, has landed back in the country.
Okay, all right, Mohit. The Prime Minister's visit has been successful, and we also are playing some of the key highlights. He also interacted with the Indian diaspora and soft diplomacy. That has been the style of the Prime Minister often as he visits these countries. Thank you for joining us with those details. With that, it's time for us to slip into a very short break here. We'll be right back. Stay with us.